Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome and welcome back to Billy Go's Prophetic Vessel. It's your girl Billy Go, and we got a message for you. Okay, welcome to your Capricorn and Chosen One channel. Let's get into these timeless messages. All right, I command in God's name all entities, parasites, evil monitoring spirits as clothing unclothed, be blocked, bound, and deafened. Return back to sinners and replace with good according to God, Yahweh, Yeshua Christ will, uncloak, uncontaminated, uncompromised, so it is, and thank you. All right, God, Yahweh, Yeshua Christ, Holy Spirit. What do we have for our Capricorn Chosen One collective to see? We have clean it up. Okay. The number 21 could be, or number 3 could be significant. 3 here, TikTok. So there's a mess being cleaned up here. Okay, new life. Some of you guys may need to clean up an area, like, the new life, or if you're moving, you could be cleaning up, or you're being guided. So look at that. Truth be told. Oh, shit. So there could be some truth being told that's going to leave you to a new life. And if you're going to be moving, you will need to pack up. So, I don't know. Start cleaning, guys. Tell me more. We have Treasure Islands. Oh my gosh, guys. I might share that in another video. Clean it up. Treasure Island. Y'all, because I don't know, maybe I'll speak about it now. I was on one of my little remote view journeys, and I saw these islands, and these islands, now I know they talked about a little something in the Epstein files, and I don't know if the islands I saw was in correlation to that. And this was before the Epstein files was released. I saw these islands, and on these islands, these were energies were kidnapped. These spiritual beings, and like these people's soul fragments, which is apart pieces of them. So I saw them astrally, like where their soul fragments have been taken to, captured in, and I saw like kids. Why is poison in reverse? Anyways, beneath the islands, underneath the water, is something that is huge. Okay. Because on another one of my remote viewing things, I tapped into, at the time I didn't know what it was. It was the hive mind. So I figured out, I was told that it's all connected, because one of my soul fragments was captured. And so they bank on you not knowing that. You feel that? You hear that? They bank on you not knowing anything about soul fragments. They bank on you not knowing or tapping anything conscious related. That's why they gaslight you so much, to make you think you sick when your gifts start to come on, right? Oh, you're not supposed to be seeing shit. Now, don't get it twisted. Mental health diagnosis still stand. This is when your gifts have like a demonic taint to it, right? So, like, for example, you are clairaudience. For those that believe in the supernatural realm and you believe in supernatural gifts, right? Beliefs, free will, clairaudience exists, right? However, just like you can hear angels of love and light, you can hear, God, right? People say, oh, I heard God say, I heard Yahweh say, da 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 da, Holy Spirit say. But also at the same time, there are those that hear demons, right? And they say negative things majority of the time, right? That's where the mental health diagnosis come in, when you have a spiritual code, a demonic infection, and how it's impacting you spiritually and how it's playing out in the physical realm, is where the mental health and physical ailment diagnosis come from. Okay. And so And, you know, this is for entertainment purposes. And so, with that being said, I didn't know it at the time, but I tapped into the hive mind. And I was underwater, and there was a grid there. So the hive mind was connected to the grid, this particular grid. And this I was about to call it a monster. It has to be a sea monster. All right. Um and that sea monster is like right below those islands. Don't ask me which ones though, because like I said, I don't know the names. I just telling you what I saw. Right? And I just heard now that sea monster is protecting something that's down there. Can we find out what it is? Can you tell me what it is? Are we allowed to know what it is? Or is it just something that I can know right now? What is this? Exchanging gifts. They're protecting something. Are they protecting something that the government doesn't want us to know? Are they protecting something? Peace in reverse. They are. They are. They are. What don't they want us to know? Be fair in reverse. They're not being fair. Why are they not being fair? Because they're trying to clean up their tracks from what they did. Because when this is unleashed, this is going to damage society. I'm being told right now that they've been doing one of the experiments. Oh. That's another thing. That's another thing that I saw too. I saw people going through, like, they were laying down, and I saw them going through like this tunnel. You know how people lay down, like you're in a hospital and maybe like you need to get like a X-ray or some shit, and you're in your gown and or whatever, and they lay on this table, and then they bring you on back to like this dome thing. You go inside, and then you're inside this thing, and then they're taking a picture. All right, that's what it looked like. I don't know if that was an X-ray, but it was like a line of people that was laid down on the table, and it was each going in through this dome to be experimented on. And they're telling me that one of the experiments that they're doing, I'm being told that it's a few experiments. One of the experiments that they're doing is to turn the energies into them. Like turn the energies, like totally remake their genetic makeup. Like they've been doing this, but they're trying to like make it full. So I'm hearing like they're trying to create an army. All right. And what else? Or can you say anything else? Or am I already allowed to know? Oh, and what are they trying to clean up? So they're trying to clean up the fact that some traces of what they've been experimenting in the labs as far as medication, like it's not medication, but some traces of it has gotten in the supply. What supply? Food supply? What supply? What supply? The medication supply? All of it? Are you saying a combination? So it's the combination of things. I'm asking questions because I'm here. I'm channeling. Oh, it's a combination of things. This is a part of the reason why people have been a contributing factor as to the reason why people have been being deleted. You know, if you get what I'm saying, this is why shit feels like it's going around in a circle, because They're trying to clean up their mess. And they're trying to keep people chained to looped in a rhythm, because people being looped in a rhythm can secure the fact that, because if people found out the truth, they would have every right to sue. Like, they would have every right to have reparations for the abuse that everybody has been going through. Like, there would be no, I'm hearing like there would be no government. If they would be overthrown, because the people at that point would take, I heard there would almost be like no, if people found out not only how, because people know that they're overcoming sickness. Well, what I'm hearing is that if they found out that the very energies that they were supposed to be able to trust was the very energies, not all, most, the ones that is responsible for gaslighting, for making people think that they've been sick when it's really been them that's been poisoning the supplies and stuff like that. What and the reason why people are not able to use their gifts is because of everything, you know. I'm hearing there would be riots. um time for a nap. This is not time to go to sleep. This is a time to be awakened, right? This is a time to be informed. Stand your ground. Milk and honey, this in reverse. So they're trying to take everybody's stability so that people can't have, like, people won't have any choice but to rely on the demonic system that they're trying to push. Like, they've already had these demonic systems, but this is about the beast. This is about the beast. This is about the implant chip. This is about the, if you don't got the implant, this is what they're saying. This is not what God is saying. This is what they're saying. If you don't have the whatever mark of the beast, there we go. They go to spirit. If you don't have the mark of the beast, then you can't buy or sell. Now, this is not God. Okay. God wouldn't do that. God wouldn't put people in that position. This has to deal with power and control here. We're on a time schedule here. All right. We're in a time schedule, and people really don't. Some people recognize the urgency and some people don't. I'm hearing a lot of your soul fragments have been captured through different rituals that you don't know are rituals. And they're being harvested on and underneath this island that I saw remotely. And the people that they have, physical people that they are doing these tests on them. For some of them, it's actually changing their physical structure. For others of them, I'm hearing it's like they're being good. It's like harvesting from the inside out. And I heard world domination. They're trying to do this for world domination. Because I just asked why in my head, and they're saying because we're God's people, and God's people it contains heaven's energy, and this is their way of trying to harvest that without having to do the work, without having to do the divine work. It's like them trying to have their version of heaven on earth, which isn't heaven, by still doing dark shit and trying to have heaven's energy at the same time. But it doesn't work like that. And that's why this is the rapture part 2. All right, so somebody's trying to make a deal here. Somebody's trying to make a deal. Fork in the road in reverse. They're trying to make a deal. This deal is not a good one. Do not accept this deal. Onto the dark side here. Co-create. So, soulmate in reverse. Be mindful of people that see, because a lot of you guys, you're being targeted because you're so gifted, not because you ain't. It's because you are, even if you don't see everything within yourself. Okay? They're trying to get people to the point where by the time people find out about this, they won't have any choice. We are going to be going back to like a bartering system type of thing, because of a lot of things here happening, but not at this time, not right now, but that's going to be a method. Be mindful any exchanges of gifts. It might not be a gift, it could be a curse. Okay, that's something too. Oh, and be mindful of one-sided situations. So the people that's coming on your path. You see, Lucifer uses people that he feel like he can control, like he already got in the bag, to persuade you. Okay? And this is what he is trying to do. So be mindful of the deals that you take. We're mindful. It's, oh, I got you a gift. Are you cool with that person? Like, did that person ever do you dirty? You know, do you feel like they have hidden intentions? You know, you can't always trust a smiley face, okay? Because sometimes a smiley face still want to take your place. Backstabbers now, okay? That's coming out for a reason. So this is a backstabbing energy. So somebody that you know, because I saw that Holy Spirit. I saw soulmate in reverse. I saw my throat. I saw that. And I heard that. You have a negative energy, and they have to be in cahoots. Like this is an energy. They get messages from the devil. They get assignments from demons. They get missions. All right. And somebody knows about these islands that I'm talking about. Somebody knows, because somebody is in cahoots with the very dark galactic beings that have been running the show when it comes to these islands. Okay. And they sold you out. Somebody sold you out. They sold you. Like how Joseph's brothers sold him into slave. Somebody sold you out. That was a part of this. Spiritually and or physically. Somebody sold you out. And so that they could get a new life. So that they could get a damn, we keep getting that energy. But every time we get this energy, it goes deeper and deeper and deeper. Okay. Orphan, yep. So it's like so that they could get a new life, so that they could get I heard like a revitalization. With this wasn't the way to do this, because in order for them to have this, they had to sell you out. But this was somebody you trusted here. So in order to keep them out of the life that they were supposed to have, in order for them to get this, God is tried and true. God does not fuck around when he said he gonna do something, he gonna do it. And if there's any delays, whatever, he gonna make sure there's double for your trouble. The problem here is that I guess somebody was tired of waiting on God, didn't want to wait on God, felt like shit was taking too long. Look, listen, God is my dad. And I be like, God, I feel like you're taking too long. I ain't gonna do all this, and nobody's perfect. I ain't perfect. I got shit. But not this. This is terrible. This is like this mug did not care. So orphan in reverse. They didn't serve the karmic debt they were supposed to serve in order for God to say, here you go, here's your new life. Because God, and that doesn't just go for them. This goes for anybody. Divine laws, spiritual law, right? So because somebody went about it this way, because somebody sold out an energy that wasn't supposed to be sold out, and so if the energy was sold out, that means you've been going through shit that you're not really supposed to be going through. Obstacles are supposed to be a part of life. you weren't supposed to, So because of that, that means there needs to be like a switcheroo, swapperoo, something like that, because this energy did it this way without serving their karmic debt, without, like, they forced, it's like they forced the wheel to turn by doing this. And this has the kingdom of hell connected to it, because this is how they went through to get this. So when we dealing with dark rules, what has to happen? Kingdom of hell wants their payment. Somebody has to do this. Somebody has to do the time. Somebody has to pay the shit back. But you're not supposed to be paying the shit back, right? Like, it's almost like somebody selling you out made you pay their karmic debt. So you've been serving if you had any karmic debt left before this, or a little bit, or if you had none at all, you've been serving somebody else's karmic debt. You've been overcoming some certain shit that they were supposed to overcome. See, orphan in reverse, we got blessed in reverse. Somebody, you supposed to be over here getting blessed. Not saying that you have it, because God is always good, especially to the ones that are innocent, like the ones that have been falsely accused and all the rest of that. Listen, but that's how it was. It's like, for them to get out of this circumstance, somebody had to take their place, right? So in order for, like, the will to get back to where it was, you got to get out of the spot that they were supposed to be in, because of how they went to get this. And this was some sick ass shit, because remember, we started this reading off talking about the islands. We started this reading off talking about the grids and the sea monsters, right? And so y'all been getting experimented on. This is why y'all been, for a lot of you guys, if you've been feeling like you've been having to overcome hella ailments, you've been having to, that's because of what they did to get themselves out of hard times. And we already have a reading like this, but this is telling a little bit more of a galactic side of things. Okay? For those that can, clearly see it when it comes to the spirit realm and hear and so on and so forth, clairvoyantly, clairaudiently, claircognizantly, clairsentiently. For a lot of you guys, y'all shit was sold to the reptilians. Y'all shit was sold to dark galactic forces that's been running a spiritual slave trade. That's exactly what happened. And they've been running this spiritual slave trade on these islands in the spirit realm and physical realm. And these dark galactic beings are working through the people that have, not all, don't think all islands are like this. Certain ones. Okay, let's be clear. But for the ones that have and own these islands in the physical realm, some of them, they're being worked through and have deals that they have made and they made exchangements with when it comes to these dark galactic beings. Okay, these otherworldly beings. Okay, the Dracos, the Arcturians, and mind you, not every alien, otherworldly being type of race is just dark. Just like how we're a human being race, but not all human beings are demonic. Not all human beings are bad. That's what this is. Okay. So you have different otherworldly being races, the ones who are dark in those races, that work together in the kingdom of hell, in this spiritual slave, in some cases sex trafficking. Your shit was sold out in exchange for someone to have a new life. But this didn't come from God, is what you have to remember. This came from the devil. And the devil never plays fair. I don't care how big that smile may look or whatever the case may be. So because of how this was done, They gave, so that because they gave permission for you to be, this exchange, they felt like, oh no, this person, because it's like they were supposed to be serving the karma, right? They sold you out to take their place so that they could get a new life, right? And they went through demonic realms to get this, to do this. They were the ones that was supposed, whatever you've been going through, they were the ones that was supposed to be going through it. And by the time they got done going through it, this was going to karmic debt serve. Because you were put in this and going through things. Not only do you have credit, karmic debt credit, meaning like, you know how what goes around comes around? Well, you won't have to really take it. This is not to say go around and fuck up and shit because you got karma credit. But since you've been going through so much shit that you really wasn't supposed to go through, or to the degree of, because this energy sat here and swap, traded places, like, you got karma credit. You got karma credit, okay? So if you do somebody wrong or something like that, you got some credit. You got some karma credit in the bank. Here, look, just go ahead, we make that right. Because you done went through so much shit that you wasn't supposed to go through because of this particular shit in general. Okay, but this, don't go around just fucking shit up because of that. Side note. But this is why it's been feeling like blessings have been being withheld from you, because the kingdom of hell feel like, well, the energy that was supposed to be, they sold them out. So we got grounds to do But no. A lot of you guys, you're innocent, not perfect. You're not supposed to be. It's like they're the ones that was supposed to be going through that. They were the ones that was supposed to be. And now, because they did that and you went through shit that you wasn't supposed to go through, they got to go through it 10 times worse now. Because they did this. And God was trying to give them a chance to come back to you and tell you this. See, you didn't have any choices forking the road in reverse. You had no choices. This was unfair. This was unfair as hell. Oh, no, what shit. This was unfair. You guys was wondering why you keep going through the same circumstance. Why shit feel like you keep going through the same, reliving the same day over and over, going through the same circumstances over and over, because this motherfucker sold you out to spiritual slavery. Sure did. So that they could have a come up. But the come up was off your life. This shit was supposed to be, so that they don't have to feel like a orphan, so that they don't feel like they have to go through a hard time of poverty energy, so that they don't, but this was a part of them paying that back so they would never have to go through that again. But now they have to go through it twice as longer than what they would have had to serve for the first time had they done right the first time. So there needs to be like a swap back or something. Like there needs to be something that is exchanged back or something. However, whatever was done. And that means whoever was supposed to serve their karmic debt has to go ahead on and do it. And the person that was supposed to have the life that they tried to take is supposed to go ahead. It's confirmation. It's supposed to go ahead and have that. This life, because the life, whoever somebody's life been living with, they're your inheritance that you supposed to get. Some more pieces to the puzzle here. All right. Y'all need to get some soul retrieval. This is why I feel like y'all haven't been having peace here, because of this, whatever this motherfucking exchange, this demonic ass exchange, this agreement, this entanglement. But I'm also hearing too, for some of you guys, you've went through this before in other lifetimes, but you didn't know that this is what happened. This same energy comes back in your life, and or energies and does the same thing with This Is the Lifetime, where it's like, nope, you finding out and you shutting shit down. Okay, and these demonic slavery ass systems in the spiritual realm, it's shut down too. Motherfuckers know. Ain't shit to hide. Motherfuckers know. Everything is interconnected. That's why I talked about in the last reading, that's these grids, people locations are having to move and stuff like that. They don't know why they're going through what they're going through because they hijacking the grids. This is part of that shit too. Motherfuckers don't know that some of these grids is connected to the hive mind. And you do not want to be connected to the hive mind, because if you're connected to the hive mind, that means you're a part of the you're a part of the slavery, spiritual slavery trade. They feel like they could just use you and abuse you whenever they want to. Experiment on you, do whatever they want to, whatever. And I already told you, and it's already a spiritual energetic virus that's called the Rapture Part 2 going on right now. People don't know. They just think it's regular warfare because it's disguised as such. But by the time they're in a situation where they're like, fuck. And by the time they figure out what spiritually is going on, it's like, well, fuck. A lot of damage has already been done. I know first fucking hand. And I'm just praying to God that it doesn't take people. It doesn't take buildings to be in flames before people wake the fuck up and realize, like, oh shit, we need to be using our spiritual gifts. Because it's getting to the point where regular weapons are not going to cut it, because you're dealing with otherworldly beings that's using powers that you would see in Marvel movies, DC movies, right? Because we're supposed to be able to do those things. Or when you're constantly dealing with implants, hooks, dark programming in your system, when you're constantly eating food that's been tampered with, and the soil that's been tampered with, when soul fragments that have been taken and stolen from you in hindsight, and you don't know to get those cleared, or you don't know to do soul retrievals, and so on and so forth, and you have all this gunk. Of course you're not going to live as long as you're supposed to be living. Of course you're not going to be able to live up to your fullest extension. Of course that's going to have some impact on your genetic coding, because they want it that way, right? Of course you're going to feel like you're not able to use your gifts to its full extent, because they want to use your gifts. The only reason why principalities is even powerful is because they stole the shit. Anything Lucifer ever got is because he stole the shit. He got kicked out of heaven and has been trying to get a piece and taste of heaven ever since. Oh, I can't get back in. Let's take the shit from your children. Oh, let's develop a system so we can eat for the rest of our life. I think God said, I think not. So we're here. There needs to be a switcheroo. It's something. It needs to be a switcheroo, because somebody out here, they tried it. They really tried it. They tried it, and then tried to clean up their tracks to hide the shit, to hide the fact that they did this shit, right? That they sold your shit out to a spiritual dark galactic confederation to do trials on you and all the rest of this, and use and abuse you and all the rest of this shit, man. Baby, just so that they can have a new life, just so that they don't have to serve their karmic debt, because you're serving it. It's like they did a placeholder in the seat that they're supposed to be in, serving their karmic debt. Stop serving their karmic debt. That's why we do these readings, so you can find out what the fuck is going on. All right. Yeah, look at that. See, they don't want you to go. They don't want you deep knowing. They don't want you to go. They don't want you to find out. They want you chained to this rhythm. They want you looped in these fucked up ass circumstances. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's why I feel like you can't get no motherfucking peace. Because you're going through shit you ain't supposed to be going through. You look at that. Regeneration in reverse. They don't want you to be able to revitalize. They don't want you to get no blessings. See, we got mending in reverse. The damage is already done. This is too bad. This is too bad. This is somebody that told you, right, this is worse. Baby, this is on the Judas Jesus level, just about. That's terrible. Somebody willingly did this, knowingly, not even just knowingly did this, but knowingly watching you struggle, because they knew what they was signing you up for. They didn't want to do it, right? I heard they did. I don't know why. I just heard they didn't know that they was going to take things this far. And now they don't. They know the karma for doing this is bad. So it would have been better. They would have been better off just going through it the first time, not doing this. But now it's going to be 10 times as worse because of what they did and how long they allowed you to go through this without telling you the truth when the divine was nudging them to. Number 2, didn't we say that was significant? So you guys are receiving some support. You're receiving some help here. This has to do with your soft life. I don't care what gender you are. There's no gender in tarot. We are pronoun friendly over here. Truth be told. So that's why they didn't want to tell you the truth. Because you being in this chaos and conflict meant that they can be free of it or free of as much of it or whatever the case may be. But no, God is saying enough. It's time to go. It's time to go. All right. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to swap back. It's time to switcheroo. It's time for you to receive the help and the necessary support that you need without demonic strings attached. Okay? So, yep. So that you can clean up. So that you can get yourself together from all of this pain and suffering that you've wrongfully endured. You know, and I don't care how strong, because, you're so strong. Mugs don't always want to have to be in positions where you got to exert strength all the time. Oh, you're so white. Motherfuckers don't want to be in a situation where you always have to exert wisdom. Sometimes motherfuckers just want to relax and be in that soft-ass energy and apply when needed, not 24/7. Right? So, there's somebody, they trying to keep this shit to themselves. And we just got done doing a reading where I did a reading where it was saying this Page of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody is omitted or withholding a message or withholding something that's supposed to be telling you, giving to you some type of truth. Some type of truth here that once given. Here you go. So, if you guys would like to add some oracle decks to your collection, we have a couple that is available for purchase. The links to purchase these is in the description box. This is created by us, Dawn Spiritual Guidance. Dawn Spiritual Guidance is our other YouTube platform. All right, that's our other business. So go ahead and subscribe if you would like. The link is in the description box. Okay, guys. Also, if you would like to book a personal reading, the link in order to do so is in the description box. Okay, if you like the way that I read. If you are needing to have some healthy coping skills, you like to write as far as poetry, or you need to write your to-do list down, we have journals available. These are on Amazon. And the link to purchase these are in the description box, okay? If you guys want to, write down, any ideas or your dreams that you keep forgetting, but make sure you cover what you write, evil monitoring spirits, and those that remote view that's trying to lurk and see and copy, right? And see, and this is what that shit, somebody was trying to swap, so that somebody was trying to, get your gifts, get what was supposed to come to you. Baby, listen. Just be ready. Because this about to smack, this life here, this shit that's supposed to come to you was, whatever season you're in while watching this, is a timeless reading. If it hasn't slapped you in the face yet, it's about to. Enjoy your new life. And thank you all for your love and support here. It's truly, truly appreciated. And always remember, you make your own decisions. Peace out. Deuces.